Welcome. Check the description box below in your YouTube player for tabs and backing tracks on my website, information about the sound tools I'm using today, and links to other goodies on my Patreon page. Continuing. Okay, so our essential chord progression is F sharp, major, G sharp, minor, E, major, and B, major. Interesting key. What's that put this in? I guess that kind of... There's an A. I think the song's ultimately, well, we'll call it F sharp, but it's not really. Sort of is. Now, there is a melody... which I'm just going to incorporate into the chord progression thusly. Thumb is down there on the second fret of the E, holding down the root structure, and then these are still thinking of that F sharp bar chord shape, F sharp shape, 4, 3, 2, and then the melody is going to be with my pinky on the fourth fret of the B. There's step 1. Move forward, thumb getting the fourth fret of that G sharp minor, and so there's my 6, 4, 4, still just that. Pinky's going to get that melody note there, the 6th fret of the G. Now let's see if my guitar is in tune to do the cool thing that I did next. Kind of not. Okay, we're back. How I incorporate the next melody? It's a real intonation test on this guitar. So this is an E chord, 2, on that D string, 2, 4, 0, 4. That note's a little sharp because that's the way the Lord made it. Because to get those fourths in tune, the third is sharp. So there it is. A jangly E chord. The melody is up top with that pinky. Now it's going down to an F sharp, so I flatten out, ultimately making an E sus2. So that index finger is flat, and that's 4, 5. And then there's our B. And I think I do a little fill in there, a little 6 on the G, 4. Then it comes around again. So yeah, that's the same again, the F sharp thing. And then now this time on the E, there's that E there, that second fret of our D. 4th fret there of the G. Interesting, yeah, bring that one down to the 3rd fret, and then a B power chord, 2 and 4. So there we are with that, right? And then that gets us to, the verse, or, Similar thing, just dropping it an octave. So we're back down here with an F sharp power chord, pinky stretch. That's easy. Move forward to the G sharp. Neat. So 4 and 6. 4 on that A string, 7, and then there's that cool E melody. That's a pretty way to do an E chord. O, 2, 6. Bring that down to 4. Then that's a B in first inversion. So that's flat at the 4 and 4. Hammer on to that 6 there of the A. And then land back on that B. Goes around again. And that time, yes, you can hear him just copping the melody vaguely. 0 and 2 on the E that time. Back him up. Yeah, to that B flat. I guess in this key you'd call it A sharp. And then land just back on that B by himself. Then I'm just going to go up a B arpeggio or a B triad. 2, 6, 4, and then there's the... Now I changed that part a little bit than how she plays it on the record. That's the same. What did I do differently? I can't remember, but there's something. She doesn't do those two notes. I think she does those two. Yeah, she goes. I wanted a little more separation in the melody, so, you know, hopefully the Courtney police won't come after me. So I'm just thinking of a C sharp minor there, because that's really what it is. Instead of doing, you know, that's 4 and 6, instead of doing 6 and 7, which is what she's doing, I'm harmonizing it a third higher, doing 4 and 6 on the G string. And then, this is an A chord again, with a sharp 4 or flat 5, 5, 6. Neat. And then a little 4, 5, to get us to our chorus, which now the chorus progression, E, B, C sharp, A. Oh yeah, I guess it's C sharp minor the first time. Well, and then let's look what I do to the melody. So I'm thinking of this E chord here. So yeah, I'm just going for the melody and playing guitar. That is 9th fret of the string there. 9th fret of the D string, jump to the 9th fret of the B, back it off to the 7. And there's, part of our B chord. Because if that's a B bar chord, I'm just kind of aiming in those middle zones there, making sure I'm tagging that 8th fret note. That's better. Back it off to 6, and then where is it? Oh yeah, the C sharp. Yeah, so I'm pretty straight ahead there. 9, 11, 11. Flatten it out so I can get that melody note there, that 9th fret of the D, and then our A. That's a nice little A alternate arpeggio / inversion. 0 and 7, and then slide forward to 11, 9. Yeah, there's your A. And then it comes around again. Same thing, and then this time in the song she does a C sharp major and stays there. So, what am I doing there? Just, barring out 4, 6, 6, 6. Mick Ronson trick. She doesn't do that, but that's something from David Bowie's second record, third record, Width of a Circle. That idea of like, if you got a bar for funsies, you could throw it flat for a second, so that's what I do. Comes all around again. And then the little, that's on the record. I like that little blues line there. So that is, I guess, let's not even worry about what key that connector is in. It feels like C sharp minor connecting back to F sharp. Interesting. So I'm there on the 4th fret, up and down, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, boom, and you're back around to the beginning again. Out of tune. Actually pretty good. Oh yeah, when I get to that B that time, sorry, I move up to the next position because I knew I wanted to close it out, so I'm doing, that's actually, look, there's an F sharp. There's an F sharp also, so I'm flat out at, I'm flat out at 11s. I guess it's winter is starting here in North Carolina, so all my guitars have just completely shifted on me. Oops. So there I am at all flat out the 11s, the top 4, and then my pinky's going to get 14 there of the B. Here's a G sharp minor. Hey, Hey, look at that. Andy Summers chord, minor 7. That is 11, 13, 11, 12. Here comes that pinky. Here's the E, all the way up there. Think about it. There's E, up the octave. 14, 13, 12. Index finger flat. Ooh, neat one, yeah. Cool, yeah. And B. And that's, yeah, down there at, that area of B. Just the top 4. There it is. Oh, I don't know. I am aware that this song doesn't necessarily follow the exact maneuvers of her song, but it's still fun to play. There's some really neat ideas for, well, where scales are, where chords are. My main advice would be practice it piece by piece, separate it into manageable chunklets, and if there's something that jumps out at you that's particularly interesting or good sounding, just follow that down whatever road it leads you. Because really these are like, the reason I do these is, well, it's my way of being like, hey, I like this artist. Do you like this artist? And then I like this idea. Isn't this a neat idea? It's not necessarily about mastering this piece. It's about, hey, isn't that cool? And, oh, isn't this a neat idea? So either of those things. If there's something inspiring about this, just follow that. Anyway, have fun. Thanks for watching.